Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year not ration, came in abundance. Films like in Sundance, tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary. And seldom do they motivate. World full of hate, we serve a hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a day, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you award winning with no award tours. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and essence of the growth. The power's in the people. Without you, we ain't equal. What we lack is ego. We're back now, so here we go. Run the show like Arsenio. Episodic, our rituals, minds change through visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge is power. Without it, we turn coward and proud of a known product. Like we could take it with us. I wish the greats were still alive and here with us, but it is what it is. We're left here to share our gift, and that's precisely what we'll do with it. Shape shift and fluidly, we can pass this test and still in our unity, elevating through stress. Yes, MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Yeah, it's up to you. You got the torch now. MediaScope. We here for you, you, and you. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Tech, pop, music. We got it all. Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the livest media, tech, and pop culture party in the land. This is MediaScope. Yay! My name is Tachi. I'm a media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. We do this every Wednesday. So if you can't join today, well, you're already here if you're listening. But if you can't join today, you can join us any Wednesday, and we'll be here, right here, to provide the media, tech, and pop culture fun. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And it's not just me. I'm also here with a one, MC Curtis. MC, are you somewhere in the building? Are you working?
Hey, what's happening? Yeah, working.
Oh, so you decided to show up. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm feeling the fire today.
Fire?
Yeah, like fire. Like
where's the fire?
Energized, like fire. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait. What song is that, MC? Please, I need to know.
I don't know who's doing it. It's like fire. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, maybe you're just singing the wrong key. That's okay.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm feeling it though. Whatever it is, I'm feeling it.
Wow. Well, you heard it here first. MC Curtis is feeling the fire. So anyway, let's say what's up to some of the people that are here. I know what to get you for the holidays now. A t-shirt with a flame on it. It's fire. So you can wear that anytime you just feel like fire. I'm on fire. Oh boy,
Yes.
I'm not going to let this one go. Claude Diamond says, my Wednesdays just got better. My Wednesdays just got better because you're here, Claude. We love you so much. And look who's here. Juniper Ledford is driving, but she just stopped by to say hi. Hey, welcome. And look who is here. Terralina Austin of the Biz Chicks. She says, hey, doctor. Hello, Terry. She is the finest business person I know. And yes, a cast of thousands. It's cast of two in our case. Oh boy. But we play every character here. It's like Eddie Murphy did in Coming to America, right? But more the original Coming to America. Right. But how he played like every character. Same thing with Nutty Professor. How that's us. We play every character. I don't know how people do it on TikTok. I'm telling you, that one time I did it, I was like, sheesh. I started, it was dark by the time I finished. I said, I don't know how people do this all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a bloody whole bunch of work. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for us to start MediaScope. But, I promise, let me say hello to everyone properly first, because we have some hellos to say. There are people that are joining us over on LinkedIn, like my good friend Claude Diamond. Welcome, LinkedIn. We see you. Hello to everybody on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? Facebook Live. You've been live since 2016 with us. Welcome, Facebook. Those of you that are we on Twitter too, MC? Guess not. We'll work that out.
Yeah, we're working it out. It's
okay. Yeah, no, we'll work that out. Okay. Twitter, the Periscope is gone. So they have Twitter Live. You can still go. But we still have to work that out. So what's up, Twitter, next week? WJMS Radio is here. What's up, WJMS Radio? Good to see you. But we have YouTube, yes?
We do.
YouTube is live. What's up to the people on YouTube? This is our first time really going live on YouTube here. And this is going to save so much time rather than uploading it. It's already live. So you can watch on YouTube as well. Make sure you type in the comments because we want to see what's going on with you. And WJMSradio.com. I don't think I said hello to you, but hello. You can listen if you can't watch. Go to WJMSradio.com, click the yellow listen live button, and at the same time, we're live on all these platforms. So is WJMS. But we have to do, and I promised them last week that we were going to do a proper welcome for them. We are also now on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas. And what I found out is that there are also some Jamaicans that are listening as well. So big up to Jamaica as well. But I promised that we were going to welcome them properly. Didn't I, MC?
You did.
All right. Well, do we have a welcome for them?
We do. Here it goes.
Well, let's go, sir.
They're in town, from everywhere, they're coming. They're the people's choice, the Saxon superstars.
Welcome to not WJMS, to Gospel 107.1 FM. All right, MC, that's good. Welcome. That's a little bit of Junkanoo music. For those of you that are not familiar with the Bahamas, that is a festival that they do, and this is the type of music that they play. It's like a band, and then they also have some traditional instruments. It's really cool. If you've never seen it or heard it, look it up, Junkanoo music. And it's kind of a homecoming for me because, as I said before, I taught in both Freeport and in Nassau. So this is like a welcome home for me to the Bahamas, and I love the Bahamas so much. Loved my students there. Still love the Bahamas. It's been about 3 years since I've been there, even though I live half an hour flight away, but I have to get back there. So welcome to all of our friends on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and big up to all my Jamaican massive, because I taught in Jamaica too, that are listening. Whoo! Rufus Hobson says, welcome, Gospel 107.1. Yes, welcome. Welcome. So I hope we did you proud with some Junkanoo music. Also, and she says, hey, Dr. Tachi, what's up? Rufus is one of my favorites. He's a great podcaster, live streamer, but he was also one of my students. So thank you so much for being here. I love the fact that I have students, former students and such that watch me. Fantastic. Well, I'm a little hot now.
Yeah, I was like over here sweating watching you. I was like, wow.
Well, I had, I couldn't just sit there like this while
I love your
great music was
I love
going.
your fan though.
What happened?
I love your fan though. Is that a fan that you're using?
Yeah, this is a fan. This is a fan. This is somebody bought it for me. It is from, I don't remember. It's Kente looking, but I don't think it's from Ghana. I have to ask where they got it from, but I love it. It's I just thought, even though it's not Bahamian, I'm like, well, I'm African, so I will celebrate with you Bahamian music with an African fan. So Jawaru Gambian is here and says, easier to mention where I haven't taught. Oh, be quiet. Right. Be quiet, Jawaru Gambian. Oh, goodness. And Claude Diamond, my Wednesdays are always great when you are here. But I haven't taught everywhere. I taught from my university, then I taught in Jamaica and the Bahamas. And I was waiting for them to get a program in Turks and Caicos, because I was like, oh, I'm there. Sign me up, because we were able to use the islands as one of our course load. So we would just fly every weekend to the islands and then come back after we taught. Fantastic. So much fun. And I got to meet a lot of great people. So let's keep going. Sir, first of all, you're good, MC?
Yeah, I'm great. Fantastic.
Okay. That's right. Fire. Fire. I'm going to have to send you one of these fans. So fire. Anyway, let's go. Could I have story one, please? Let's take a look and see what is happening on the movie front. I know for the past few weeks, I have been leading off the broadcast talking about the movie industry. How can I not? There's a lot going on. So Godzilla versus Kong. Do you guys know about Godzilla versus Kong? Do you know, MC? Have you watched it yet? Absolutely.
Yeah, as a kid.
Because you wanted to be Godzilla when you grew up, right?
It was a classic, yeah. Why not?
It was, why not? What do you want to be when you grow up? Godzilla? Okay.
Right.
It is absolutely a classic. Those of you, I actually was on a podcast where we talked to death about the original Godzilla movie from 1940 something. And we broke down everything. It was so much fun. So I am a fan of these types of sci-fi movies. So they earned $11 million on Friday, stomping times towards a $45 million plus box office launch. The real test is going to be to see what happens this weekend. That's going to be the real test. So king size boost they've gotten to their box office recovery efforts. The combined with the 16.3 million earned on Wednesday and Thursday, they've earned so far, well, it's probably more than that at this point, but at the time of the article, it was 27.9, and they were set in North America, and they're set to do 45 million plus for the 5-day launch. So we'll find out exactly what the numbers are, and then the big thing is going to be this weekend. So next Monday, we'll have a better idea. So I'm wondering whether or not this momentum is going to slow down, or if it'll keep going. I think people are just really wanting to get out, even though you can stream this on HBO Plus, right? Because this is a Warner movie. So it releases the same day in theaters as it does on Max, not Plus, as it does on HBO Max. So I'm wondering, the real test is going to be this weekend to see whether or not it, goes beyond. And there are not very many movies that are launching, right? We have content, but not as much in the movie. What we have is what was shot, because they haven't really been able to do that much. So We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. So this by far is the largest opening in North America since the pandemic. They top 10 it. Remember, it opened Labor Day weekend last year with 20.2 million. So,
Hey, I got a question for you though. Do you
Sir.
think they would? Do you think they would rather open it? I mean, as they did, open it theaters up with, or their premiere with this Godzilla versus something, more so obviously scientific or whatever, versus something of a reality movie, having to do with the COVID kind of thing that we're dealing with, just to kind of keep it not so serious.
Who
You think
wants reality?
What no, I'm saying, do you think they open this, the theaters with this here movie
Oh.
showing something just on a more serious note, just to kind of keep it so it's not so serious?
So you're asking whether or not they released this movie? Yeah, please explain.
Yeah. So, okay, I like the movie. I think Ava DuVernay is Queen Sugar.
Yeah,
Right.
well, the
Like-
show, Queen Sugar.
Yeah, the movie, the show, yeah. So they come back for another season. But so here's the thing.
Mhm.
They're actually talking about more of the COVID. And
Okay,
so
okay.
in my mind, I'm like, well, okay, I think that they probably should have been, who wants to hear about COVID anymore? So you think
Okay, so that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm understanding you correct, I think that people are trying to steer clear of really being COVID heavy, because what has happened is there was a show that premiered called, what was it called? See, it was that insignificant that I can't remember. We reviewed it for TV channeling, and it was really about the pandemic. So the whole show basically took place in a Zoom call. It was canceled. I don't even think it got to 3 episodes, and they canceled it.
Right.
First of all, it wasn't that great of a show. Let's be Connected, I think it's called. It was either Connected or Connecting, one of those. So Connected or Connecting. It wasn't the best written show, let's be honest with that. There were some moments, but then on top of it not being like, wow, they may have forgiven it if it was stellar writing, but it was just decent writing. And they're talking about the pandemic.
Right.
Nobody wants it. And at that time when it came out, we were still in the thick of the pandemic. No hope in sight. Well, no hope in sight for a really effective vaccine. Yeah. So maybe I think it's too soon to start dealing with the pandemic. Although Queen Sugar, that's what they have been doing. So the fans of Queen Sugar, I think, are going. It's a drama. The fans of Queen Sugar are going to go with it because that's the way it does. If you look, they've dealt with police brutality. They've dealt with a lot of different themes that we face. So I'm not surprised that it works in that thing, but nobody wants to see a movie about COVID-19. Right. Not now. You could deal with it in bits and pieces on a drama for TV, but a movie, it's too soon.
Right.
Check to 2057. Maybe then we'll be ready for a pandemic movie. Not now. It's too raw and too real. Anyway, speaking of raw and real, let's Drybuzz just got home, and she made it. She's almost home. She is watching us on YouTube. What's up? What's up, Drybuzz? And Jawaru Gambian says, I saw it through Kev on stage as a premiere. Good movie. Okay, good. I keep hearing good movie, but I want to know what makes it good. Everybody always says, oh, it was a great movie. Why? I guess because I'm a filmmaker and a film person, I teach film. I want to know why it was good. What made it good? Go ahead, MC.
No, go ahead. I was something I was doing over here. Never mind.
I can't with you. Anyway, Claude Diamond says, where is Mighty Joe Young when you need him? I know. I don't know. Terry Johnson Online is here. What's up, Terry? It says, I have a Godzilla super fan in my house. Is it you or your daughter? Tell the truth. It's you. And she also says, hey, MediaScope fan, what's up? What's up? She's over on the Facebook Live side. Fantastic. And Eduardo Gambian also likes sci-fi. So yeah, so if you're a sci-fi fan, this is probably for you. So he likes it because he likes sci-fi. But there's also bad sci-fi. Can I say, oh gosh, what is that awful movie from the Planet 19, Plan 9, Escape from Planet, I'll get it, but you know what I'm talking about. Terrible movie. Awful. And that's sci-fi. So Plan 9, I think it's called. Plan 9. I'll look it up before we go. But I'm not gonna belabor that point. But it's a terrible movie. Terrible movie.
Bad
And I
isn't
love
terrible.
black and white film. What did you say?
I said bad isn't terrible.
Oh, that boy's good. Good and terrible. Just terrible, as they say in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Speaking of DC, Maryland, Virginia, we're missing our director of libation.
I was just thinking that. What time is the bar?
She's
open?
late for work again. I don't know where you're. Director of libation, we need you. Where's the food truck?
Yeah, I've got the master key if anyone wants to place an order.
No, I took it away from you because there would be no more food or drink left. So, look, we just got the permits for this food truck. Director of libation, where are you?
Yeah.
So hopefully she'll be here soon so you guys can put in your order for your emoji snacks and your emoji. Wait. I spoke too soon. The director of libation, the minister of munchies, has entered the building. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our food truck connoisseur, Serena Will. Serena, you didn't drive the food truck up. I need to see the truck so that I know you're here. You need to drive it up. So give her a minute since she's running in. So thank you, Claude Diamond. Thank you so much. So these are your orders. Make sure you place your orders with Serena. You can also place some of your own emoji snacks in the chat. You know you won't get any food from us here, but you are welcome to BYOES. Bring your own emoji snacks. So, but here we go. Finally, the truck drives. Do I have to fire you before you even start, Serena? 23 minutes late. Oh, anyway, but I love you and thank you so much for opening the food truck. The food truck is open. She's got pita pockets and tacos and some kind of bread. Well, whatever. Put in your orders with Serena because she is here for bios. There we go. The truck is here, she says. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's Serena Wills, the minister of libation and the resident food truck owner. Terry Johnson Online has put some bacon-wrapped shrimp and champagne. Thank you. She stays with the good eats. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Cheryl Ferguson is here. Cheryl, what's up? She has also dropped some emoji snacks. She's got popcorn and salad and everything. Food truck is open, all. Come and get your eats before we close up because you only have till 7 o'clock before we close. In fact, last call will be at 6:58 for your emoji snacks.
That's when the lights go to bright.
When they go bright, when the lights of the club come up and you know you can't stay here. You could go wherever you like. I don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here. So that's what happens there. Serena is working. Look, the food truck is moving. Go ahead, Serena. Thank you. One only, MC. Leave some for other people.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway. Nothing is ever sacred with this guy. Nothing. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm going to move over a little bit. Let's talk about story 2, please. All right, let's talk a little bit about Pluto TV. You know, I don't like to pay for things. You know, I am the queen of free. So I am very in love with Pluto TV. They have a lot of great content and it's free as long as you have a Roku box. Well, you pay with your time for ads, but as long as you have a Roku box or Roku stick or Fire Stick or Chromecast, Apple TV, one of these over-the-top methods for getting content, you can have a subscription, quote, to Pluto. Well, it's not really a subscription because it's free. So let's call it a free subscription. Well, they're doing really well, apparently, because they are set to surpass $1 billion in U.S. ad revenues in 2022. I guess people love free so much that we are willing to watch the ads, and it is having a positive effect. So in December, Insider Intelligence published a forecast for Pluto TV ad revenues. They said that they were going to receive $786.7 million in U.S. net revenues in 2021. They're actually set to surpass nearly $1 billion for the first time. Good for them. So what is this? This is reflective of the way that advertisers are putting more money into streaming video. Are we surprised? Quarantine had a lot to do with this. So, the thing is, when we see these forecasts, I'm not as sold because we're in quarantine. The real test is going to be once we're not as in, I shouldn't say quarantine because most people are not quarantining, a pandemic. Once we're not as pandemic-y, let's see what the revenue is there. Are we going to go back to old ways of consuming content? Are we going to forget how YouTube TV held us in his arms or her arms?
So
are we going to forget all of that?
So do you think this is just a trend?
I don't want to point to it as being just a trend. I think this is a trend that was inevitable. It just came sooner than what we thought. But because there are still so many people that think with the old model and are in a rush to get back. Look at the movie theaters, how they're in a rush to get back open, right? So that's an old model of consuming content, going to a movie theater and watching a movie. Old model of consuming content. This streaming is a new model. But if there's such a rush to get back to the old model, are these new models going to make as much as they did during this season of the pandemic? That's what I'm wondering. That's going to be the real test, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So really is.
It will be. We could sit here and forecast all day long, and we could be wrong. It will be very interesting to see what transpires with this. I'll say that. So here's the thing. Let's talk about the actual study. So they did this survey in December of last year, and they cited it was by Next TV, which I love. They said 42% of U.S. agency and marketing professionals are going to increase their ad spending directed towards OTT, remember, over-the-top streaming services for the next 12 months. Just 2% plan to decrease it. Those 2% are thinking with an old model. Just saying. Most respondents, 56%, said that their OTT ad spending would remain about the same as last year. So this is actually very intriguing. I love this stuff, so I can't wait to see what happens with that. Go ahead.
So the actual cost to place an ad has gone up as well. Would you think that's correct?
So the cost to place an ad for most has not, from what I see, has not gone up significantly yet.
Okay. Because
again, I think they were waiting to see whether or not this sticks, because it's like gouging in a way. If it's like, oh, well, people have no, business but to stay home. So let's increase our ad rates to 500%. I think that's gouging, and nobody would be game for that. So I think there's a very cautious attitude to increasing what it costs to put an ad on streaming. But be for sure, as it becomes increasingly more important, ad rates are going to rise.
Absolutely.
Maybe not very significantly, but they will rise. And that's one to grow on. Did anybody get that TV reference? Probably not. Only me, because I am a television addict. Let me take a minute to refresh the room. My name is Tachi. I am a media professor, filmmaker, media content producer. I'm also a journalist. We are live on several different platforms to discuss media, tech, and pop culture news. It's called MediaScope, guys. Yay. And it's not just me, it's MC. What's up?
Hey.
He's mad because I said he could only have one libation, because We need to leave some for others. He can never. He has to have them all coupled in his arms, cradled like a baby. Leave some for others.
Nursing them.
But the good. What happened?
Never mind.
What did you say?
I said nursing them.
Oh, God of heavens. Nothing is sacred.
I mean, you said baby. Nursing.
Move, in the words of the Muppets, moving right along. This is the MC Curtis cut up hour, I guess, huh?
I mean, tending to. How about that? That's better.
It's too late. You've said nursing. Let me just go to some comments because MC Curtis has zero behavior today or ever.
I don't know what's happening. What's going on?
I do. You're taking too many of these libation. Okay, Minister of Libation or Director of Libation, I'm going to have you cut Curtis off because he can't. He can't. Cheryl Ferguson says she's loving this. We're loving you being here. Thank goodness. And she also loves Pluto. So do I. First of all, I love TV. And free? Hey, that's all you had to say. Free TV. Oh, she loves. Yes, we got what you meant. Guess who's here? My fellow Howard University Bison, David Benjamin Echols, and he says only introverts are in heaven during the pandemic. You know what? Then I guess
Absolutely. That's good.
That's a word right there. In fact, we've seen that meme, check on your extrovert friends because they're not okay. Let me tell you. I am an extrovert, but I'm also an introvert. I am so good right now. So I love to go out and be amongst, but there are some people that can't sit still and they have to just be here, here, and here. And they're like, they don't know what to do. I am so good. I'm on the green couch like this. I am so good during this period. I don't have to get dressed. Let me tell you, honestly, the only time I get dressed properly is for MediaScope. The other time, I'm wearing cutesy sweats or whatever and cutesy loungewear, but that's what I'm wearing in the house. If I have to go out, I can't tell you the last time I put on jeans. They're not comfortable. So I'm not going to wear them unless I'm going out. So
yeah, that's like a introvert and extrovert kit, like a packing or clothing kit.
How much would you charge for such a kit, MC? I'm just curious. Please enlighten us.
Like $64.99 or something.
$64.99. You really want to say $65, but you're fooling people into thinking, oh, it's less than $65. And you probably would market it for less than $65. You too can be an introvert and an extrovert.
Yeah.
Go patent your ideas.
The extrovert gets a shirt, something like a really bright shirt or something, like a gold lame or something shirt with a necklace, with a
what you usually wear. Okay, continue.
Button down or something like that, maybe to the 5th button in a necklace showing, and some
what you usually wear.
Some action slacks. And then the introvert kit,
you're describing you, yes.
The introvert kit is a little different. Introvert kit is like a jersey with a hole in it, and a pair of old sweats with the drawstring missing.
But that's totally not you. You still wear gold lame in the house.
Yeah. So what?
So nothing. I'll shut up. I'm moving right along in the words of the Muppets. Cheryl Ferguson says this: the psychology of the pandemic is selling. You are so right. We're laughing, but yet that is the psychology. Do you know how well Amazon has done in the pandemic?
Absolutely.
I'm about to tell you in a bit, but he's done quite well. Quite well. David says ambiverts are both extrovert and introvert. I didn't know that. So I guess I'm an ambivert. I guess I'm both. because I like to go out, but I am cool in the house. I have to, especially since the pandemic, force myself to go take a drive somewhere because I'm so comfortable in the house.
Do you have to force yourself to say hi to your neighbors too?
Well,
are you like, hey, or just walk by, look at him and hold your head down?
well, okay. So my one neighbor is, you know, I wouldn't say elderly. I guess he is, but he doesn't act elderly. So he doesn't come out as much because he has pre-existing conditions. So if I see him, I'll wave. My neighbor on the other side, if I see her, I'll, you know, will wave. But, you know, that's, yeah. So I don't have to force myself. I like them.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, extroverts are the COVID crowd spread. Well, too, exactly. The ones that you know that can't sit still. They needed to wash their hands just 1 second more.
Right.
Yes, gold lame. That is Curtis's. That is his material of choice, his fabric of choice for his outfits. Serena Wills says the extrovert gets a Be More shirt. Is that you, Serena? But you know what? We are going to do a shirt giveaway. Like next week, we'll do a shirt giveaway because I do still have some shirts. So we'll do a shirt giveaway next week. We'll make that work. Okay, let's keep going. Serena says, MC Curtis, please close out your tab at the food truck.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you. I need you to regulate him because he will not do it on his own. And moving right along was my jam too from the Muppets. Absolutely. All right, let's keep going. Could I have story 4, please? Let's talk a little bit about Bridgerton. We talked about this before, that it's been renewed for a season 2. That was no surprise because it's such a big juggernaut. What was a surprise to many of us, especially if we were not reading the books, was that the main character is leaving the show. Reggie Jean Page is departing from Bridgerton. He is the breakout star. Let's be clear. From this show, he is the breakout star. And it really has sent shockwaves through the fan base. And he has a large fan base. Bridgerton has a large fan base. I remember it's to the point that they made some sad swag. Remember that tired-looking swag?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, all I have to do is go to what store is still open, like a Walmart, and get some Hanes and packages, and just take it to the mall. Hey, can you embroider Bridgerton on this, or whatever the sayings? That's basically what it looked like to me.
That was the introvert kit.
Oh, is that part of your introvert kit? Bridgerton swag? Wow.
Yes.
You didn't try very hard, did you? Anyway, so it was reported that he is not returning for the second season to this Shondaland drama. So here's the thing. In the books, he does leave. He is not in the second book, right? He is not in subsequent. I haven't read them, but this is what I'm told that he's not. So following the story arc, this is right in line. What was done, though, is they did offer him money to stay 3 to 5 episodes as a guest appearance and doing a guest appearance. They offered him $50,000 per episode for that. This deserves a fan. All that money that Bridgerton has garnered and all the attention, and you offered him $50,000. That is peanuts in this world. Absolute peanuts.
He was insulted.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of the if he was like, not today, Satan. I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it.
Right.
But I don't know for sure. The article, Hollywood Reporter, is not saying for sure. I would not know for sure. But remember, it came out with why Shonda Rhimes ended up leaving ABC after the fact in her own words. But one of the things he said that was attractive to him was that it was a 1-season story arc, and then he could do this, do his bit, and then move on. Then the Bridgerton would go on without him. So that was one thing that was attractive to him. But I'm sure the fact that they offered him $50,000 per episode was not. Now I'll take $50,000 per episode. I'm okay with that. But you don't do that to a big star with that. I'm not turning it down. Netflix.
Yeah, I love what you just did there. You kind of leaned into the camera. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
here. Netflix, I would be happy to take all of the $50,000 that you offered him. I won't be insulted. I won't be insulted. All of it. I won't be insulted. You won't insult me. Don't worry.
Funny.
What we all make now is an insult, but I won't be insulted by that $50,000 per episode at all. Let's keep going. Let's go to the room actually first and see what's going on. Let's see. Not the fan. The fan. Okay. The fan. Absolutely. David says that's not enough money. They are serious. They were as serious as MC Curtis's gold lame shirt. Okay. They were serious with that one. Yolanda Lattimore has put some, Serena, we need you to lock this up. The chocolate you could have, MC, but this other libation, it's not for you.
I don't want no chocolate.
Let me guess what else it is you do want. Cheryl Ferguson says sad. So, Cheryl, that swag was so sad, and no disrespect, because this was the swag was designed and created by Vice President Kamala Harris's niece. Her sister's name is Maya. I can't remember the daughter's name, but she did this. It was a collab, and I was like, waiting for something like corsets. I was like, this is the best you could do in pastel colors at that.
Right.
How dreadful. How very dreadful. Anyway, but look at this picture of Reggie Jean. This is like everything. I love that picture.
Yeah, he definitely looks like Hollywood. Sure.
Very Hollywood. He looks like, I'm sorry, 50,000 what? That's what he looks like.
Right.
50,000 what? I am worth more than 50,000. Don't come for me for a penny less than 100K.
Right.
That's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. So I think this was a good picture. Yolanda says, Shonda folks don't get paid well. And so this is not the first time I have heard that, because 50,000 is like really an insult when you've got a juggernaut like that. Anyway, Serena says, sad swag like MC Curtis's dodgeball attire with the tube socks and sad swag. In fact, that swag is better than the Bridgerton swag. They should have come to me. I would have hooked it up. What? They may have only offered to pay me like $10, but I would have hooked it up.
Yeah, I think anyone could have done better than that. Most people.
That was deplorable. Just sad. No offense, because we love the creator, but not so much the product. He's saying, exactly. It's like, peasants, you dare approach me with a $50,000 dowry? Dowry is for marriage. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. He's just like, no, that's what he's saying. That's what that look says. Anyway, let's keep going to story 5, because we've got about 15 minutes left at this point. All right. This is really interesting. We talked about this on IG Live. I want to know from all of you in the chat what you think about this story. Story. Netflix and HBO had a person who was scamming people arrested, but he was arrested by the feds. This was a film licensing Ponzi scheme to the tune of $227 million. And so if he's convicted, he faces 20 years behind bars, which I said is not enough. We all agreed that was not enough. So Zachary Horowitz goes by the screen name Zach Avery, and he was taken into custody by the FBI on criminal charges of allegedly defaulting on more than $227 million from backers who thought, get this, that they were going to cash in with licensing rights to films by the Warner Media-owned cabler and the streamer in Latin America. Here we go. In reality, neither Horowitz nor 1in Capital ever engaged in email correspondence with Netflix or HBO, nor did Horowitz or 1in Capital, who is the other investor, ever have any business relationship with Netflix or HBO at all. This is what they declared in an FBI affidavit on April 5th, just 2 days ago. So this started, he started defaulting on promissory notes in 2019. They were claiming, time-consuming audits and restructuring at Netflix and HBO. And here is my question. Does nobody do due diligence? Did nobody check this out? Why? I don't understand. This calls for the fan. I don't understand why they got so swept into this. Do you, MC?
No, not in today's time, because there's all kinds of just even emailing Netflix or HBO and say, hey, what's the legitimacy of this information? Do you know this person? So that type of thing. Yeah.
I don't get it. 227 million. And that really shows you how some people can get away without question. No questions asked. Had somebody picked up the phone and said, hey, is this true? This would have ended it all. I really don't get it. This is apparently, go ahead.
Did he make them, or whoever these people are, did they make them swear to secrecy or something like that?
No, but they trusted him, so there was no need to double check, I guess. So okay. There were email exchanges and licensing agreements that they said that were fake. So, but he was running this scam, according to Deadline, quite successfully for a number of years with few questions by the investors. Like, people were not asking questions. So basically, the way Ponzi schemes work is you're basically the old adage, robbing from Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
Which never ends up working well. So eventually what happened is they defaulted on these promissory notes, and they had fake email. Call someone, please. If you have money at this level to be investing, you have the ins to get into these places to make sure that you're... I almost don't feel sorry. It's terrible, but I almost don't feel sorry. Not that they should have done it, but I mean, you couldn't call somebody?
But you know what? That kind of leads me to believe that there was some kind of like, look, you're getting a great deal here. Don't tell anyone. Just, keep this on the, the hush hush, that kind of thing. I don't know. Just why wouldn't a grown person call someone?
Because we don't run in circles where we're investing millions in things. Not yet, anyway. So, right. It's the same thing. Like, what's his name? The other guy that did the Ponzi scheme in New York.
Trump?
No. His name begins with an M. Somebody help me in the chat. But he did that, and the thing is, they all run in the same circles. And so when you're moneyed like that, you tend to invest and make contacts with people that are like you. And therefore, in your mind, you trust them. And what's his name? Let's see. Madoff. Thank you. Bernie Madoff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Madoff. Yes. Remember Madoff? Mm-hmm. He had, they're running in the same circles. And so you have that level of trust. Nobody asked questions there either. And this is because initially, people were getting money back from these investments, but nobody asked the question, how am I making this much this quick? They were all like, thank you, Bernie.
Right.
It's my, thank you, Bernie. They were all greasing their palms with this money, and nobody asked questions until the money wasn't there anymore. Now you have a problem. Now, now it's not right. Madoff did make off. He absolutely did. Madoff. Thank you, Bernie Madoff. Exactly. Cheryl says this. They may have thought they were getting something for nothing, that too good to be true ideology. Well, I said on IG and Clubhouse that my father always used to say that, usually it's in these types of things, it's the people that are overly greedy that get scammed, because if you are not greedy, you're going to be okay with small returns, which most investors you get small returns. It's a little bit at a time. It's a slow build. But if you're getting a whole bunch of money at once, you have to wonder. And I don't know if these investors ever saw any money. With Madoff, at least initially they saw money and then it fell off. Well, as I said, I don't know that I can feel too sorry for them because you didn't ask questions. You can only blame yourself. You blame him. But why were you so willing to trust somebody's sight unseen? And people just emailed you, oh, okay, it looks real. Did you blow on the ink to see if it came off? Remember back in the day, those old movies, that's how you knew it was like fake.
Right.
Anyway, let's keep going on. We're at 9 minutes. So I am going to, will you play the intro to the media for me? Forgot to ask you. Media! Well, I wanted the media one, but the tech is fine because we're going to move on to tech. Thank you. See, that's why you have to cut him off from libation, because
it's like an hour.
He just does what he likes. What? Don't mind him. Here we go. Could I have Jeff Bezos, please? All right. So once again, in the world of tech, Bezos has topped the list of billionaires. This man he would be okay even if he gave away 90% of his fortune. He would still be okay. So Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has topped Forbes' annual World's Billionaire list for the fourth consecutive year, according to Reuters and The Hill. This year's billionaires are worth a combined $13.1 trillion, up from $8 trillion last year, according to Forbes. So you're telling me that during a pandemic, the rich got richer? Wow. I need to tell you that again. This year's billionaires on that Forbes list are worth a combined $13.1 trillion with a TR, up from $8 trillion last year, according to Forbes. This year's list has 493 newcomers, including dating app Bumble CEO Whitney Wolfe Herd. I guess internet app dating is a big thing because it's doing well for him. And Bumble is the dating app where women initiate all of the contact. So I guess it's doing well. Elon Musk has come in second on the list, jumping from the 31st spot last year. Wow. Okay, so this means his wealth has increased so much that he was number 31 on the list and is now number 2. What have I done to upset the gods that this is not me? What have I done? I must have done something in a past life. I don't get it. So rounding out the top 5 are LVMH luxury brand CEO Bernard Arnault. Let me say it properly. Microsoft founder Bill Gates and Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, Levok.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Sorry, Levok. Warren Buffett fell out of the top 5 for the first time in 2 decades. Well, good for you. This is not my life, but good for you. I mean, what else can you say?
Right.
Congratulations. Good for you. Well, I hope you're doing some good with whatever your wealth is. because to whom much is given, much is required. And that's one to grow on. Somebody will get that TV reference one day. All right, let us have, I've lost numbering right now. The Samsung picture, please. Thank you. All right. For those of you that are techies and can't wait for new technology, especially in the world of TV, there is a new TV from Samsung. They actually do quite, I have a Samsung television. They do quite a nice flat screen TV, if I do say so myself. MediaTek and Samsung have introduced a Wi-Fi 6E enabled 8K TV.
Wow.
We're not even on 4K, but Samsung has us at 8K. We'll go through the whole thing in just a moment. So they've introduced the world's first 8K QLED TV. It is their flagship 8K QLED Y21 powered by MediaTek's MT7921AU codec. And it delivers the fastest connectivity experience through its Wi-Fi 6E capabilities. So they just made this announcement. They're driving the smart TV industry forward. I don't know about you. I like HD TV I have. It's fine. It's just a little 32-inch HD TV. Even though I'm a TV watcher, I'm like, why do it? Because I act like a millennial or I take devices with me and I watch stuff on devices. I like to watch stuff on TV too because that's a third device. But I'm sorry, I'm good for keeping devices in my hand. So I don't know. But anyway, they've done it, 8K. So it also supports Bluetooth 5.2 with 1.2 Gbps speeds. You can enjoy a smoother streaming experience for gaming and uninterrupted entertainment.
So can you watch 1080p or 4K on it?
I would imagine you would be able to do so. The picture would not be as good, but I'm sure you could. But you're going to have to because our ecosystem doesn't even really support 4K yet. And we're talking about 8K. I don't know, but Samsung is that company that tries to be ahead of the curve with all of their consumer electronics. So I am not surprised. What I am surprised is that this did not launch during the Consumer Electronics Show. Maybe it wasn't ready yet, but I would have expected an announcement from Samsung like this during the Consumer Electronics Show that happened in January in Las Vegas.
Okay, question. So do you think Samsung has a channel of its own, perhaps on this television here that has 8K content? Or because
good question. They did not mention that. That's a good question. They did not mention that. But I'm going to do some more research to find out about it. I would love to see a demo of this. Would love to see a demo. Maybe Samsung, they made an announcement, and often these companies will do a live video demo of these things. So I'm going to see if I can check that out, and maybe next week we will talk about that. All right. Let's keep going because we've got like just about 2 minutes left. So I've got a couple of stories and then a couple of things that I want to, some comments from some people in the Bahamas and Jamaica that sent in. Remember, I asked you all to send in the comments, and you did. And there's a few that I want to read out to you. So Clubhouse will now let users send payments to creators without taking a cut for now. Did you know about this, MC? I'm sure you did.
I recently read that on the update for my phone. Yeah, I did.
I'm sure you saw all these people crying about who got it.
But it's beta right now.
My thing is I don't like whining. Go ahead.
It's beta right now. Is that correct?
I believe so. Usually anytime you announce these types of things, they keep it in beta until they're sure all the bugs are worked out. There are some apps that have been in beta the entire time they've been in existence. But anyway, Clubhouse, for those of you who don't know, it is an audio app, a social audio app right now for iOS or Apple products only, just iPad and iPhone. But they're opening up to Android. Within the next month, we should see an Android app. And this is what I keep hearing. So they are introducing their first ever monetization product in collaboration with Stripe, which is a payment system that will let creators accept payments on the platform. They wrote this in a blog post that all users will be able to send payments, and the platform is testing the ability with a small group of creators to be able to receive them in waves. So yes, it is in beta right now. It's just a small test. And apparently Clubhouse is valued at 1 billion. That's a high valuation, but they're valued at 1 billion. And they said they're collecting feedback for fine-tuning with a full payments rollout soon. So to send payments, what you would need to do is to tap the profile of a creator who has the feature enabled and then select send money. So you'll need to register a debit or a credit card. And you could do it in any denomination you like, with 100% of the payment going to the creator. You will be charged a small processing fee from Stripe, though. So be prepared for that. So interesting. There was a lot of crying and whining on Clubhouse about this, but I'm like, okay, move on.
So not everyone has this feature.
No.
Not everyone has this feature. Okay.
No, not everyone has it yet. It's rolling out slowly right now. As you said, it's a beta test. Just a small number of users have it now. So Serena says, yay for Android users. I've been wanting to get on Clubhouse. Yeah, I have a gripe that they have not. This app is nearly a year old and you still don't have an Android app. That to me makes no sense. So Cheryl says Samsung started Samsung TV streaming. Yeah, they do have Samsung TV streaming. You're right. You're right. They do. If you have a Samsung phone, excuse me, you have access to that. Excuse me, I'm so dry because I'm talking too much. Okay. All right, so that's it with Clubhouse. Let's do one more story at 7:02. And I want us to get out of here on time. Let's do this. Can I have the last photo, please? Here we go. Today on What the Hell Is This? Louis Vuitton has an airplane-themed bag, but that's not the problem. Kind of cute looking, right? But it costs more than an entire plane.
Jeez.
So my menswear artistic director, Virgil Abloh, who is also the creator of Off-White, the luxury brand Off-White, or the luxury streetwear brand Off-White, is also is known for pushing boundaries when it comes to design. So this came out of his fall-winter 2021 menswear collection, one of the unique pieces. It is an exploration of, Virgil Abloh. I believe he's Ghanaian. So it's playing on his African heritage and what it means to be an African-American creative director in Europe. It's a keep-all bag shaped like an airplane with the iconic Louis Vuitton monogram. Before I say how much it's going for, I need guesses. Could I have guesses for this? Any guess?
29,999.
Interesting. Let's wait for the room to come up with some guesses because I'm interested in what they say. Oh, can we zoom in on the picture? I don't know. Can you? You can't, can you?
Oh, I can't.
No, unfortunately not now, but I'll keep that in mind for the future. Okay, Sarita says, last call. Look, it's closing, y'all. Last call for the food truck. Get your stuff now. Cheryl Ferguson says, no, the plane bag, 7 million. It might as well be. Terry Austin says 10K. Okay. She also says, do you have any money left to put in it? You won't
Right.
once you're done paying for it. Yes, this is truly a what the hell is this? Jawaru Gambian says 42K. Well, you all are in the right neighborhood. This lovely bag here costs 39K. So with tax, it's probably going to come up to about 45K.
Ooh, ouch.
What I should have done is given you a picture too of somebody carrying it so you could see it's not that big. Who has $40,000+ for a carry-on bag? I don't understand.
Yeah, that instantly
Hence why
makes me mad.
It makes you what?
That instantly makes me mad.
Are you upset?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's the world of luxury fashion. They don't have to have answers or excuses for anything. They're like, oh yeah, this is 39,000. Say something, and nobody complains.
Right.
Because I guess they always say if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. You're damn right, I can't. And even if I could, I'm not spending $40,000 on a bag.
Right.
But I bet, look, somebody's going to come up with a knockoff of that if they haven't already.
Wow.
Anyway. Thank you for being Bama of the week, in the words of Huggy Lowdown. We love you, Virgil Abloh, but 39,000? What? Yeah, it's not that deep. Guys, you all have been so active and so wonderful. I am so glad that you all were here. Everybody on Facebook Live, on LinkedIn Live, on YouTube, on WJMSradio.com, and those of you that are joining us from Gospel 107.1 FM in the Bahamas. Let me hold on. I got to read you some of the comments we talked about. Remember last week we were asking about whether or not you all were ready to go back to the theaters. So let me go in to my Instagram and give you what folks said. All right. So Stephanie Pratt, who is in Nassau, the Bahamas, said the theater's open, but she's antisocial, so she won't be going to the theater, but she is enjoying the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I get you. I'm very social, and I am not going back to any theaters anytime soon. The official Meet the Browns fan page in the Bahamas says this, that listening from the Bahamas, our movie theaters are just opening up. They just opened up last week. She or he will be going, but gonna keep Lysol in my pocket at all times. I feel
Right.
shh.
Right.
The type where you can't breathe. That's what's gonna happen. Which means you need to stay home. And also Keisha Romer, I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for listening. And says that yes, the theater is opening, and I'll be going to watch the Godzilla movie next week. So this week. And don't forget to play that Junkanu music. And we did just for you, Keisha. Thank you so much for listening. So I am like so overjoyed of our fans in Jamaica and the Bahamas. Thank you, and thank you once again. Any final words, MC?
Great show.
Look who came in. My coach Tawana.
Oh,
What's up? Thank you so much. Terry Johnson said this. Let me go to the dollar store and buy a toy airplane and some bootleg Louis Vuitton fabric from Chinatown. So she can, oh my God. And you can get that. I'm like, the bootleggers are coming. Anyway, Sarita Will says this was great. Thank you so much. And she's driving the food truck away, so you've already missed her. I hope you got your eats before. All right, guys, we're going to leave. I love you for watching. I bid you adieu. You guys, MC Curtis and myself, all of us are leaving. Stage left. We'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye.
I
Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction.